Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Pods. I promised last week that I would go through the sets from 2021 that I'm excited about. Obviously they've not all been announced, so there might be some surprises that might blow my budget, but these are the ones that I've already sort of looked through and have made vague decisions on whether I'm going to purchase or not. So hopefully you'll find this interesting. We'll start off with the bigger sets. So obviously there is the Modular. You probably know that Modulars are how I got back into Lego, and it's one of my favourite things. So I am obviously excited about the new Police Modular, set 10278, especially as it's got purple on one of the buildings, so that's quite exciting. We haven't already purchased that one because we tend to save the modulars for when there's double VIP points. It seems like a better way of doing it, and as we've got so many modulars still to build, it's not like we're desperate for a new one. But we will be getting that at some point this year. I do think it's a bit of a squished one with 3 different buildings in the one build. I haven't looked into it too much because I like to keep them as a surprise. But I think I'm still going to enjoy it. It does look like a pretty decent build. I like the way they've used the splat gears on the bushes outside the police station. And yeah, it's purple and it's got donuts. I mean, what's not to love? There's also the Chinese New Year sets. So there's 2 sets, the Spring Lantern Festival and the Story of Neon. The Spring Lantern Festival, 80107. I've already bought this. It's on its way, hopefully. And I'm super excited about it because it's such a beautiful piece, and I think it will fit really nicely in the city, sort of creating a nice peaceful space. I'm still deciding whether it will go in our Chinatown area or just in the middle of nowhere, because it's just so beautiful, and I'm really excited about getting that one. I think I might have to build that as soon as it arrives. Whereas in comparison, the Story of Neon, 80106, it's not enough. It's just a wall. I think I really like the lion that comes with it. Ian and I were actually arguing whether it's a lion or a dragon, but I'm pretty sure it's a lion. And I like the sort of the starbursts in it, so the sort of use of the sort of magic wand pieces. But I think it just needs more. I think if you could extend it to sort of be a much bigger wall round your city, I don't know. It's not enough. And on its own, it would be fine. But next to the Spring Lantern Festival, it's just disappointing, I think. Obviously, it's the cheaper of the 2 sets, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I will probably get it, I think. But I'm not sure when. Again, I'll probably save up or wait until it's double VIP points for that one. I'm not as excited about the second one. There's also the Ninjago City Gardens coming. I am really excited about that one. I have the Ninjago City and the docks as well. I managed to pick up the docks from my local Lego store after it retired. I didn't even see it retire, so I'm quite glad that I bought their last copy. And so having this one would be good. I think it's hard to tell from the picture we've got at the moment how good it's going to be. I think it's going to be the interiors as well that really sell the set. From what I've seen of the Ninjago City line, having not actually built mine yet, they're still in the cupboard, there's just so much detail in them. And that's one of my favourite things about these sets is detail. I love Lego with detail. That's why I try not to look at things, because I like to see them as I build. So I definitely think it's going to be a good addition to that area. It looks huge. It's obviously quite expensive, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting that. Whether I get it on day one, I'm not sure. Again, saving it for double VIP points is normally the better idea. And we've got so many, but I don't know, it does look cool. So that's the sort of bigger sets. There's obviously the ideas sets coming as well. So we already know of the Blacksmith and Winnie the Pooh. So we've seen what the Blacksmith one looks like. It's obviously, a lot of people have been complaining about how different it is from the ideas version, but I really like the building. I'm definitely going to be getting that to add to our city. I like the medieval style buildings that we already have. We've got the medieval market, which we haven't built yet, and I just think this will fit in nicely with that. And I think that you have to dumb down some of these idea sets because they're so detailed, and they'd just be too expensive and too complex. I think this is sort of the right level. It will work nicely in the city, so I think that's definitely going to be a purchase for us this year. Obviously, with the Winnie the Pooh set, we haven't seen what it's going to look like yet. It looks really good what they've designed. I've never been a massive Winnie the Pooh fan, actually, but my daughter is definitely sold on Winnie the Pooh, so I think it's probably going to have to be added for that, although she likes Kanga, and I don't see Kanga in the Ideas version, so she may be disappointed, and she'll probably sit there going, "Where's Kanga? Where's Kanga?" Or as she refers to him, "Where's his mummy?" Because she doesn't know it's called Kanga, she just knows Rue's mummy. But yeah, we probably will get that just because it looks like a good building again. I like the roof on the Ideas set, and she'll like the minifigures. So moving on to one of my other favourites. I want to say themes because I'm not sure it's a theme. But the Minions sets, that obviously with the fact that the film didn't come out last year, those have all sort of moved into this year. And I love the Minions. So I really like the sets. There's several sets. You've got the in the lab one, set 75546, the pilot in training 75547, and the Kung Fu battle 75550. The Kung Fu battle I think would fit quite nicely into our Chinatown area of the city. I mainly want it for the Minions themselves. I like the little Minions, whereas the rest of the set doesn't really appeal, but I'll probably pick those up. There's also a polybag coming that's just called Bob, so I'm intrigued to see what that will be like because we've not seen images of that. Then we've got Disney. So my favourite one coming up for that is the Bruni buildable character. He's so cute. Set 43186. I definitely want this. I've not got any of the buildable characters, so I don't have Olaf or any of the brickheads or any of those things. But I can't resist Bruni. I think I'm going to have him. So he's definitely on my to buy list. There's also another one of the little storybook adventures sets. So this is the Frozen 2 one, 43189. And I'm quite pleased to see that in that set Anna doesn't have a winky eye. I don't like the first Frozen book because she's always winking, and I just don't think that's the right thing to have. I don't know why she's always winking. Obviously because you can't change her face, but it bothers me. It's a bit odd that there's two Elsa characters in it, but then obviously she does transform quite a lot in the film. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely see it. I've seen it way too many times. But yeah, it looks like a really good book. And I know some people are disappointed that they've got two Frozen ones now, but they are different films. I think there's a lot of love for the films, so it makes sense to me. But I would like to see a lot more of the Disney movies turned into books as well. And then the other one that I don't think we'll be getting, but I kind of want some of the pieces from, is set 43192, Cinderella's Royal Carriage. We've already got a Cinderella carriage, so it seems kind of wasteful to buy a second one. But this one comes with the fairy godmother, and she doesn't look old enough to me. I think it's a little bit strange, but she's all dressed in purple, and you know, I love purple. I also think their horses look really good. Their heads bend quite nicely, which obviously normal Lego horses do that, but I don't think the Friends Lego ones have ever done that before, or not that I've seen. We have, I think, Maximus from Rapunzel, and he doesn't bend his head, so those are looking quite good, those horses. And I quite like the colouring on them, so it's tempting. I don't know if those aren't the kind of pieces that you can pick up on Bricks and Pieces, unfortunately, but whether or not I can find them without the carriage for a decent price on eBay or something. Otherwise I may have to just buy the set. So onto the Creator 3-in-1 theme. I do like the Creator 3-in-1 sets. I find it always a struggle to work out which of the builds to build. There's only a couple that I can see so far. So there's the Safari Wildlife Treehouse, set 31116. I know Ian's excited about this one because of the buildable giraffe, and actually he looks pretty cool. And we've got quite a few tree houses though, so I'm not 100% sure it's a good investment for us. And I'm not sure about the alternative builds. They don't look all that exciting. Although the brick built crocodile looks funky. But I'm not a fan of brick built animals, if I'm honest. Ian's just done a blog post about brick built versus moulded. If you want to check that out over on his blog, I'll put a link in the description. He is definitely more of a fan of the brick built animals than I am. But the giraffe I do like, even though it's brick built, so it's a bit confusing. And then set 31118, the surfer house. I like beach houses. I think we're going to need at least 2 beach houses on our beach, just for some variety. And we've already got 2. Or we've already got 1, and I want the Friends one because I like the colourings on that and the little hammock and things. But then this one is quite nice too. The colourings on this is good. I like the little balcony, and actually the little waves at the bottom of it, sort of on the shore. It looks really nice. So I may end up with 3 beach houses. That's okay with me. After that, we've got the city line. Now, city's never really my favourite. I always seem to find that it's just police cars and helicopters and vehicles that just don't interest me. Obviously, at some point, we're going to have vehicles in our city because it will look a bit weird without it. And I might have to look a bit more into which ones will fit well. Unless we just go with all ice cream vans in the city and just use that for traffic. I don't know. But this year's city sets are extra disappointing because they're all really just ways to sell the road plates, it would seem. They're all inflated prices, including those new road plates. And I just don't think the road plates are going to work for us with the modulars. It just seems like a big expense, and they're not as good. Obviously, they are not as wide, so that would give us a bit more space to play within our city, and that is an issue for us because we don't have the biggest space. But I just don't like them. I think they're too shiny, and they're just not for me. So because they then come in all the city sets, it kind of doesn't work for us. The one city set that I do like is the holiday camper van set 60283. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not the best camper van they've ever done, I don't think. Obviously, I can't see inside. I do quite like the little egg and camping fire setup, but we need some variety in camping vans for our city, so it's definitely on my list to buy. Although I still need to get the caravan holiday 3-in-1 set from last year, so that might be my purchase first instead of this one. After that, we've got the Friends sets, and I actually quite like the Friends line because of the colours. I hate the mini dolls. I'm not going to lie. They are not worth adding to my city. They just look so wrong to me. Lego is meant to be minifigures, and I really wish they'd just fix that. You can make girl minifigures. I don't understand why they have to be these silly mini dolls. But I could just give those to my daughter. And I think some of the sets have got really beautiful colours, and they're quite nice buildings at times. I just always find they're so small, so I need to really work out a way to either make them bigger to sort of fit in our modular scale, or embrace having a slightly smaller area of the city with the smaller builds in, and build it up that way. So the sets we've got are 41449, Andrea's house. So this one is definitely the colour that I like. I'm not so sure about the dark blue, but I like the teal and the sort of pale teal. So I'm thinking that's definitely going to purchase. I like the little cups as well with the straws. They look quite cool. Set 41448, the City Movie Theatre. Again, really like that set. I think the problem is always the fact that they are dollhouse builds. So there's not much to the back of them. But yeah, I think that's on my list. I think my favourite one is probably 41447, the Heart Lake City Park. I think that's the little water area with a little bridge over, and the rotunda and things. Looks really nice. And then the little swan sort of pedalo type thing looks good. And then the kite as well. It's a nice little set, that one. So I think I'll be getting that. You've also got set 41444, the Organic Cafe. And I quite like the colourings in this set. So it's not as sort of purpley and stuff as I'd normally go for, but I like the yellows. My daughters both like yellow quite a lot, so getting a bit more yellow in the city would be good. And I thought I like the 3D sign on this. And then it's got that little cart as well, the little juice cart that you can take to the streets, I guess. I quite like the granddad in it, but at the same time he's a mini doll, so he won't be going into the city. But it gives, I guess, Leah something, a slightly better age representation in her mini doll collection. So there's the Botanicals range coming out. I have very little interest in that, but that will be entering our house because that's something that Ian's really excited about. So the bonsai tree 10281 and the flower bouquet 10280. I think the bonsai tree looks amazing, actually. So that one I'm more excited about. I will probably let him build that one by himself. I hope he doesn't listen to that. Just go, then I can change my mind. But yeah, that's definitely more his domain. I'm excited about the vintage car gift with purchase, set 40448. We've got that coming already, hopefully. I think it's just a nice build. I like the colouring. And it'll be a nice thing to add to our city. I'm definitely going to be getting the latest CMF series, Series 21. I'm sad that they've moved down to 12 as opposed to 16, but I was hoping that would mean there would be fewer filler minifigures in there. I think there still is at least one. But yeah, I'd be getting that. And I think they're going to be bringing out another CMF series. I've heard Looney Tunes is what's coming, so I'm intrigued to see that. We have picked up the Mario character packs, the second bunch. That's again more Ian's thing. But it is an interesting one to try and get into the city, so I'll enjoy having a look at that and trying to work out a way. On the Harry Potter line, you've got the classroom books. I have picked one of those up. I think the Gryffindor one, but I really only bought that to try and get the Monster Book of Monsters, which again I don't even know if I wanted, but it seemed like a good thing to have. I quite like it, but the scale is all wrong, obviously. I can't add it into my city at all, so it's an odd promo to really try and get, but it felt wrong not to get it. People have been talking about it for so long, so I thought I've got to have it. What I'd like to see from the Harry Potter line, and there are quite a lot of Harry Potter placeholders on Brickset with no details, is something more to extend Diagon Alley, because I thought Diagon Alley's set last year was amazing. I'd love Gringotts, so fingers crossed that will come. So that's pretty much all the ones that I'm looking forward to from the sets we know so far, and rumours that I've heard. I'm not interested in the massive Death Star that they're talking about. I'm just not a Star Wars fan, and it just sounds way too big. I mean, this is plenty to be spending. That's probably already blown my budget, all of those sets, but what can you do? I guess also I'm excited about the Winter Village set this year, but there's no way that we're going to find out what that is this early on, so I just have to wait for that one. So what are you excited about from the 2021 sets? Have you already picked up some in the new year? We're struggling here in the UK to actually get ours, but I know other people are having slightly more success. I think my order is finally shipped, so hopefully I'll have some new things soon. Let me know in the comments below what sets you are going to be buying this year. Next week, we should be doing a full city tour, so make sure you come back for that. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.